So Hourglass has released a new foundation formula. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not because it's only on the Hourglass website. You can't get it at Ulta. You can't get it at Sephora, at least right now. And this is called the Hourglass Illusion Luminous Glow Foundation. Per the Hourglass website, it's supposed to defend against early signs of aging, maintain healthy looking complexion, visibly smooth, intensely moisturize, and hydrate the skin, improves the skin tone and texture over time, and clinically proven to visibly reduce fine lines and wrinkles. It does have SPF of 30 in it. It's supposed to deliver 12-hour wear, transfer, increase resistant, pretty much all of the things, and not oxidize. So I ordered it on the Hourglass website and it retailed for $58. So if you want to see how I got this look and the wear test of the new Hourglass Illusion Foundation, then keep watching. Okay, socialites, so I'm gonna tuck this shirt in for the purposes of this video. It's cute, but it's in the way for right now. We'll pull it back up at the end. So this is the packaging, gold packaging, which I believe is new. I don't think I've seen Hourglass with packaging quite like this, but I also feel like Hourglass sort of changes their packaging up. Gold is their signature, but sometimes they do bronze, sometimes they do white. They switch it up a little bit more. But I like how the H's you're able to see through and see the actual shade of the foundation. And they're just in regular squeeze tubes, but I do think that they look really, really luxe. And for that price point, I feel like they should. $58 is expensive for a foundation. I did pick up 2 shades of the foundation, which is 20 and 22. They do have a 21, which would probably be sort of like my perfect color, but I'll pop a picture right up there. 21 sort of looked like it had a pinkish undertone, which is sort of odd for when you get into the skin tones as deep as mine and darker to have sort of like that pinkish undertone, especially coming from a professional makeup artist like myself. I don't know who I would match that for. You know what I mean? So I felt like 20 might be just a little bit too light. And let me show you guys what I mean. This is 20. And then 22 is a little bit too deep. And this is not a first impressions, you guys. I've worn this before when we did our live stream a couple weeks ago. Actually, on Valentine's Day, I did a live stream and you guys wanted to see me, the majority of you guys wanted to see me use this. And so that's what I use. So as you guys can see, this is just a little bit too deep and this is too light. So mixed together, it almost made like the perfect shade. And since it's already on my hand, let's talk about the consistency of it. This is on the thicker side, like a thicker, creamier consistency. It's really like creamy. You see how when I mix the 2 colors, it's almost perfect? Creamy consistency on the thicker side. So it's not gonna run or anything like that. So I'll go ahead and apply in the air. Look at that match when I mix it together. And I don't like to get 2 colors in a product. I really don't, but y'all really wanted to try this out, and because this foundation is not at Sephora or Ulta, I definitely wanted to pick it up and kind of show you guys, because I figured most people wouldn't be talking about it because, you know, it's not as easily accessible. So again, 1 little strip of 20, 1 little strip of 22, mix it together. This is the Hourglass brush. I don't know if it comes like this. I think the barrel is a little longer now, but Hourglass sent this over to me when this brush first came out, when they launched that stick foundation, which used to be one of my favorites when it first came out, like maybe about 8 years ago at this point, y'all. And so they gifted this with it, and this brush has really lasted me a long time. It's just now getting to the point where the hairs are sort of coming out of it, which is really good. I've seen better, but this is really good. I've had some MAC brushes for over 10 years that have not started shedding yet. So this is good, but like I said, I've seen better. I'm just putting a little bit on my forehead, y'all, not too much, because I don't need too much coverage on the forehead. This is very blendable and smooth. So I would say this is medium to almost full coverage. So it's not 100% covering up the pigmentation. Because this formula gives you a luminous glow that lasts all day, I don't expect this to be a formula that dries down completely. So you definitely want to set it with the powder. I'm gonna wait about 2 minutes to see if it dries down any more than this. Now underneath, because this is so much skincare in this formula, I didn't even put my moisturizer. I like to see how the product performs on bare skin without a primer. That way I know which primer best suits, you know, the foundation. I do have sort of normal to combo skin. So what do you guys think about the finish? The foundation does come in 26 shades and it does go pretty deep. On the live stream, I did use the Hourglass concealer, and specifically for this foundation I bought a different color. Now I've always had maple, well I've had it for about a year, and you guys never see me use this concealer. The formula is awesome. It's a very smooth, creamy, full coverage concealer, but I barely use it because this shade maple to me is quite golden. It reminds me of the Pat McGrath concealer, shade wise and coverage wise, and just like Pat McGrath, I wish that her concealers came in more neutral shades. So because of this foundation, I picked up a lighter shade, which is the next shade up, which is Flax, and I'm going to do this in the inner corner right up here. So I do feel like, again, Hourglass should have a shade about like the shade of maple, but maybe not as golden. My Nikki LaRose N17 brush, and I know some people prefer that sort of golden under eye, but I don't. I used to wear it years ago, not anymore. And I'm blending out the deeper shade maple first on both sides. And after I'm happy with the blend there, then I'll move up to blend the lighter shade. This is a really, really nice concealer. And I think the only reason why this concealer is not in like my top 3 is because of the shade, y'all. So full coverage, but it doesn't look cakey at all. It's really smooth. And I'm taking what's left over on the brush just to highlight the center of the forehead area. Okay, I'm gonna contour a little bit with my Sculpt tape. A little bit of this goes a long way. BK Beauty 115 brush. Because this is a formula that's supposed to smooth out the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles with that luminous finish to it, even out the skin tone, sort of buttery and melt into the skin, I would compare this to either like my Lancome Care and Glow, which is one of my favorites that's supposed to do the same thing, or either the It Cosmetics CC cream. For blush, I'm gonna do my e.l.f. liquid camo blush. This is in the shade Bronzed Bombshell. Beautiful terracotta shade. Has some light golden reflex underneath that you can really see more so in the sunlight. I'm gonna wipe off my 115 brush from BK Beauty and just use this same brush to blend the blush. This is such a pretty color on my skin tone, especially with like these color tops, and in sunlight it's just gorgeous. This is probably the blush I'm gonna take with me to Mexico. It has the perfect name, like that bronzed bombshell look. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty under eye brightener because this is already a full coverage concealer, so I don't want to do anything that's like too heavy. Keeping with the theme of Hourglass, let's use the Hourglass translucent loose powder to set under eye. It's the Hourglass Veil powder. I could have used that same loose powder to set all over, but I want to go in with the Hourglass Pressed powder. This is the Vanish Pressed powder in the shade Translucent Tan. This is a really pretty powder, by the way. It's not too heavy at all, but I still don't want to put too much. But the formula doesn't dry down, so I don't want to just leave it as is. So I'm going to take my Hourglass duo-sided brush. The brush actually came with a set with this and the loose powder, and it was on sale during the last Nordstrom sale for a really good price. But I'm just lightly setting with this, nothing too heavy. But see how smooth and flawless that looks? So one of my favorite Hourglass products, period, would have hands down is the Hourglass Ambient powders. I love them, specifically the shade Eternal Light. I'm gonna use the A22 from the Makeup by Ariell set, go right in. Dim Light is another really pretty color in these ambient powders for my skin tone. I'm gonna take my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. I've never used this before. I feel like this is one of those products you use after you finish filling in your brow. So if you use this, let me know how you use it. Sephora Brow Pencil. Mighty Fine brow pen from Benefit. This is the one that has the 3 points on the end that gives you those hair-like strokes right at the head of the brow. I mean, I guess you could fill them in anywhere, but I use them here. MAC Paint Pot in the shade Contemplative State. I'm going to use this to sort of prime my eye or use it like an eyeshadow base. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Love Palette, and I'm going to use this shade here pretty much all over the lid with my Sephora number 27 blending brush. Excellent blending brush if you were looking for a good eyeshadow blending brush, and the Sephora sale is coming up, so hold off on a couple weeks on getting this, y'all, if you were interested. That way you can get 30% off. Everybody receives 30% off. You don't have to be Rouge or any particular tier. I'm gonna take this Half Magic Shadow. It's one of like the individual ones that you can like sit in a palette, and I don't own like a little individual palette to put this in. It's in the shade Wet Pebble, and I kind of want to see what this looks like. I'm gonna just use my finger. Let me actually swatch it for y'all. How pretty. So I'm just gonna put a little bit like right in the center. My NYX Epic Wear pencil in the shade Burnt Sienna. YSL Lash Clash mascara. Applying my lashes, Socialite Mink Lashes in the style Nightlife. Medium length, full fluffy. So from the side you see a little bit of fullness, a little bit of fluffiness, low luster, so it's not going to have that high shine. It looks a little bit more, well, a lot more natural. And this is about my 5th time wearing this particular pair, so they're definitely reusable. Haus Labs blush in Firemoon with the opposite side of my Hourglass brush, just to add a little bit more color. Now this is the Hourglass lip liner in the shade Candid 5. These are super long lasting. Only thing about this is they're so long lasting that when you apply it, it almost immediately dries. So if you want to smudge it or feather it in the lip, you almost want to just do like one side of the lip at a time. That's how fast it dries. So I'm going to take a little small concealer brush. So it does go on smooth because it's really creamy. But once it's on there, it dries almost instantly. So it will blend, you just have to blend quick. And my Hourglass lip balm in the shade Lucid. Hourglass Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in 2 medium. So this is the look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm not gonna do a finishing spray because I wanna do a wear test. Let's see how this foundation performs over the next few hours. So it's now 3:16 p.m. I'll check back in with you guys at the end of the day and we'll see how it stood up. Okay, socialites, so I'm back. It's now 7:27, so it's like right at 4 hours later, and this is what we have. So I haven't blotted my face or anything. I haven't touched it. I do have shine in my T-zone. I don't feel like it's like OD or anything like that, but it is pretty shiny. For me, if I were to go out right now, I would definitely want to blot it. That powder brush that I used earlier, just to blot the shine. So it is an easy fix, but for me, someone who has that normal to combo skin, I would definitely put one of my oil controlling primers underneath, or something that helps me mattify a little bit more, like my e.l.f. liquid putty primer, or either the new e.l.f. primer. I kind of like that one too, the new e.l.f. matte grippy, the Power Grip matte primer. This one is pretty good too, and it holds me in, so I would probably use one of those two underneath. But other than that, I think it's really pretty. It's smoothing. I can always tell by this area right here because I have this sort of natural line. So anytime I have on a product for a few hours and it doesn't crease right there, I know it's one of those wrinkle smoothing or like fine line smoothing formulas. So this is what it gives. And you see how like plush and juicy my skin looks? That's the foundation. That's because of the skincare that's in the foundation. So if you know me in foundations, this is kind of like the type of foundation that I really like. If you're somebody who likes more of a matte formula that dries completely down, this may not be your jam. But if you like that sort of plushy skin look, like what you will get from the Lancome Care and Glow foundation, this is it. Or like the It Cosmetics CC cream. This is one of my favorites as well, that looks sort of similar to this. So with that being said, if you have one of those two foundations, then you don't need this one. It's going to be pretty much the same. I do feel like this formula can work for any skin type. So even if you have oily skin, you could just put your favorite mattifying primer underneath. I like to recommend the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm in Universal if you have really oily skin. That's like one of the best on the market, and you can still get away with wearing this foundation. If you have dry skin, I think this would be perfect. You may not even need a primer. Formula didn't oxidize, meaning the color stayed the same, which I love. I don't love the fact that I had to get two foundations to mix my perfect shade, because like I said, that one shade in between looked like it had like a pinky tone to it. So let me know if you've tried this foundation already. What are your thoughts? Everything I used today, I'll have linked down below in the description box, or right there on that YouTube shopping tab on the screen. So if you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.